Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Hey, good for a Brahm, right?
I know. I was just going to say, I'm sold. Are you guys?
Absolutely.
Did you hear his music there?
Yeah.
I loved that story. I loved the end. You can't help but just, rally behind him. Cannon did a great job with that. I just love the people of Utah. Can't get enough, right?
They're the best. They're the best.
I'd also take a Wednesday like this any time of the year because it was so pretty out there. We're going to stay in southern Utah with the sunrise. Great shot there. I just love that story. Really, really pretty. We did have some cloud cover to start the day, but then that changed. In northern Utah, a few clouds sneaking through this afternoon. Brian sharing this one from the Great Salt Lake. North Arm, obviously, with that pink hue there. That's due to salinity. You know, the South Arm is blue, but the North Arm, well, keeps it interesting with that pink. Scott Taylor catching drone video. It was a great day to be out and enjoy. A lot of the shutterbugs were doing just that with those clear conditions and temperatures slightly below average. This is the Redwood Drive-In. I love that Scott just flew overhead. Hey, it was a nice day to do so. We didn't have much in the way of cloud cover, and we had fairly quiet conditions. See that low off of the coast? That could impact us as we track towards the end of the work week. But in the last few hours, it's been quiet. Our southwest flow noticeable, keeping us nice and dry and allowing for a warming trend. Yesterday, we topped out in the mid-60s. We made it to the low 70s today. Manti, pretty shot here. This one from Brad, and you notice some of the leaves starting to change there. We know that the low color starting to pop up in the higher elevations. The countdown's on. Sunday, we officially start the fall season, and that means a lot of the leaf peepers will be out. Current fall foliage map showing you the mountains through central and southern Utah. We do have some moderate color over the Uintas, the higher elevations there. And if you're starting, we know this is going to go quick, so you want to get out and enjoy this weekend and into next weekend. We've got some really great conditions to go and enjoy those leaves. 73 for the high in Salt Lake today, warmer than that 65 yesterday, but we saw 60s and 70s along the Wasatch Front, some 80s over in Green River and Lake Powell, 85 in St. George with 70s for the I-15 corridor. Running just a few degrees, 5 to 8 degrees below seasonal norms, but that's going to change. So as we look at our temperatures for Thursday, Friday Eve, if you will, if you celebrate, we've got another low that's tracking inland towards the desert southwest. It is bringing cooler conditions to portions of the west, but when it comes to the Beehive State, it's actually amplifying our ridge a little bit and will allow for our numbers to jump back to average tomorrow. As a result, we stay dry throughout the entire Beehive State for our Thursday as we back up and look at precipitation potential. It wants to knock on the door as it stretches towards Elko, but you can see where the low will bring that wet weather for our Thursday. Now, Friday's going to be a little bit of a different story, which is why we see the return of a general thunderstorm threat for the Wasatch Front, central Utah, and down south. So the potential for storms does come back as that low kind of makes its way through the desert southwest. Now, the models have not agreed on this. When it comes to the weather models, what path is this low going to take? Well, the latest information shows a more southerly path, meaning it's going to center itself over Arizona. So dry conditions for our Thursday, and we watch as it brings those isolated storms to Utah, more widespread as it's moving through California, heads towards Arizona. But I think due to this southerly track, we will see more energy focused on the southern half of the state. That doesn't mean northern Utah won't see a storm. You saw the general thunderstorm threat, but isolated activity expected mainly over the higher terrain and in central and southern Utah, a slight chance in the north. Futurecast kind of aligns with that as we take a view of what to expect. Quiet tonight with those clear conditions. Looks like we get a little bit of lift, some forcing there in the west desert early Friday. But as we head into the afternoon and evening, see those storms, how they pop up? They do extend to the Wasatch Plateau and over the Uintas. The chance for the Wasatch Front to see one, it's there. Can't rule it out totally. But we see how central Utah and the southern portion of the state taps into that moisture with isolated storms on deck for the close of the work week. Following that, things get a little quiet. Maybe you're planning. Now, that low is going to exit the region on Saturday. We've got that BYU game versus Kansas State. It's going to be a late game, so those temperatures will be in the 60s. Make sure you bring the jacket just in case you're going to be out there in Provo. 70s for tomorrow, upper 70s. This is average. 79 will be the average high for tomorrow in Salt Lake. 87 in Moab, 88 in St. George. As we look at the next 7 days, you see that isolated storm potential on Friday and then the start of the season on Sunday, which we do in the 90s down in southern Utah. Here's your first day of fall for the Wasatch Front, looking gorgeous, dry. Temperatures in the mid-70s. We're going to see sunshine. Really, really pretty. And we stay with the 70s trend for the next 7 days. We don't really move much. Following the low, we get some high pressure, and that will moderate those temperatures. I mean, 70s seem cool. I do go back to 80 next week. 70. I wasn't around for the 70s.